team defensively the identity has changed. The way y'all played has changed markedly since you came aboard, since the break. What do you think has been the biggest reasons behind that?
I don't know. Obviously, you have to give a lot of credit to the coaching staff, right? Doc, his system. It takes time to kind of get the wheels turning with any new coach coming in. So I can't be here trying to take all the credit, but I don't know if this was some soup. I just added a little flavor to it. That's all.
There was a play in Memphis before the break. I'll never forget this. End of the shot clock. I forget who you were on, but it was clearly setting up maybe for a pick and roll, and you held your hands up to kind of do this. And my thought there was maybe weren't hearing the talking behind you. How has that improved, I guess, since? Because it's not like we've really seen you asking for clarity behind you. How has that really changed?
I just think that with any job, right, title, a role, relationship, friendship, it's all about communication, right? Wife gets mad, you don't communicate. Friend gets mad, why you late, bro? I should have texted you. Communication. Pick and roll gets mad, I didn't know you were there. Communication, right? I think that's kind of the biggest sources of anything, relationship-wise, to be successful. So just add the things that we do as humans, add that on the basketball court and become successful. The loudest team always wins, no matter what. No matter if you're saying all the wrong, you put a fear in somebody's, in the next opponent team that, oh man, hey, why are they talking like this? Or, what are they saying? You might be just saying jibber jabbers, but the ability to talk and to talk on the fly is successful for any line of work. Does your arms hurt like that? You should, because you're real proper while you're holding.
We are playing defense right now. Are y'all playoff ready at this point, or is there still work to be done to get to where y'all need to be?
It's our first time ever playing with each other fully loaded yesterday, so that's kind of hard to gauge. But, the competitive side of me will say, yeah, but the human side of me will say, obviously, the humble side of me will say we have a lot of work, so probably torn between the two. Ask me after tomorrow.
Next, like 10, 11 games or so, what things do you kind of want to hone in and fine-tune now that you got your team on the floor?
I think the communication part is key. Understanding that obviously we want to win out, but just if we don't win out, like how did we lose? What are things that popped up on the film that we lost, that we might have lost against the Lakers, that we might have lost against Memphis? Like what things are kind of similar in the way we lose? What things are similar in the way we win? So just kind of finding those trends of, okay, cool, if we go down this way, success is this way, but if we do this way, we come up short. So just trying to hang our head on, stability, confidence, the ability to understand what type of game that's ahead of us and adapt to change, depending on what game presents itself at the time.
Are starting to obviously build things and do things that you really like, but some people, just looking at 10 games, there's not a lot of games to sort of get ready. I forget who said this to me, but y'all are used to just quick, adapting to trades, adapting to new situations, adapting quickly. I guess just how do you make up for that time, or do you still feel like
practice? You gotta practice, right? And you gotta practice them days you don't want to practice, right? You gotta practice them like today. Obviously, guys kind of banged up. Guys played 30 minutes, and we still gotta get in here. You gotta rep it out, and I think the more you do that collectively with basketball games, I think it puts you in a position to be successful, right? We watch a ton of film. We damn near watch film every single day. Again, that's another way to speed up the process. It's not one single way. It's a mixture of a lot of things. And Doc is a Hall of Fame coach, and he's gonna go down as probably a Hall of Fame coach. So he knows the things that we need to do, and his ability to get the things that he wants done fast has been successful so far.
Last night after the game, Doc was talking about how you guys don't typically switch off-ball actions, but you did last night.
Man.
For you guys, just what did you see?
It's my defense. I gave Rex the defense in Clippers. And the NBA's changed. They got a lot of the five guys kind of slipping before you roll, so it's kind of hard to kind of be that low man. Ball gets swung, you got to get in lock and trail position to trail a guy over two screens. So I was watching it with Philly when I was with Philly, and I looked at Nurse, and I'm like, Nurse, what if we just switch that out? And we had success, obviously, because Joel was in the back, and I'm like, we got Brook Lopez and Giannis. That's like 2 Joels. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we have 2 huge guys, so we definitely can do it. I mean, we put it in literally the day before yesterday, and we held the #1 team to, under 100 points. So, like, yeah, I give them a lot of credit, but that's my defense.
That kind of allowed on a couple possessions Chris to top block SJ. Like he kind of got
But the beauty of the defense is I think a lot of people don't understand. That's why I'm kind of psycho when it comes to basketball. The beauty of the defense is when you're switching all that, it forces you to do what? Talk. It's the only thing that's the defense, right? How do you, okay, cool, you go in as a coach, you want to, we need to talk more, we need to talk more. Okay, what's a way to get the guys to talk more without telling them you need to talk more? You got to trick guys sometimes. So this defense is all about, okay, on your toes all the time. If you're on your toes all the time, it forces you to communicate, forces you to be the loudest team. The loudest team always wins. I guess not a rocket science, but some people might think it is.
Talking to Dame and Giannis and Doc now, it feels like after the All-Star break, more physicality has been allowed.
Yeah.
And last night, Doc was talking about, like, the key on switching is that you got to be physical.
Yeah.
Giannis said if you're not being physical on a switch, it's lazy.
No.
For you guys, has that helped improve the physicality as well? Like more swishing, more talking, like to bring that level up?
Yeah, I think it just takes indecisiveness out and allow you to be the best athlete that you can possibly be without even thinking, right? You have to think and jump. Maybe you don't naturally jump as high. If you just naturally just jump, maybe, whatever. But it just takes the thought process out and replaces that with communication. And you do that, you put yourself in a position to win a ton of games.
You played against a lot of these guys your whole career, your first time with them. What did you learn maybe about some of your teammates with the put in a defense and execute the next day? Because they had kind of done that in, I think maybe before you got here, Dallas. Did a practice, put in a defense to handle Luka, did it that next day. I imagine that's not always easy. What does that speak to you all, I guess? And even going forward, like in the playoffs, where game to game, where you're going to maybe need to change on the fly, that you're able to do that.
I just think that the way the NBA is, right, and I kind of like, and it changes. The way the NBA was 3 years ago, it's not the same now. With the physicality and speed and the snipers all around, meaning 3-point shooters, and the percentages on their way up, and guys scoring 70 and 50 points. Like, it's kind of hard to kind of defend guys. But I mean, if I don't have to chase a guy off 3 screens, and I can chase a guy into 1 screen, and my teammate can be there, he can chase a guy off 2nd screen, and another guy's there, you kind of blow up the offense, and guys are forced to play one-on-one, which is perfect. Because we have we got 10, 11 starters on this team. So we done seen all type of one-on-one situations. So you force the team to play one-on-one all game. I mean, against me, against Giannis, against JC, obviously Dame he's been great, to close games out. Obviously Bees, Brook Lopez, Pat Connaughton. You have guys, Chris Middleton, you have guys that you can kind of put in front of the ball. Now you just trust your one-on-one defense ability with, all these studs behind you. I think it's, for this team, I think it's the ultimate defense.